existing because we already posted it as a difference between payable and cash. But it should have been between cash and the investment.
Yeah. But with our current cash numbers, we have a break showing, don't we, Darren?
No, I think we are okay with this upside. So I think the debit entry side of this we're fine with. It's just a credit entry that we need to sort out.
Well, no, there's a debit and credit to the balance sheet, so you have to get rid of the payable, and you're going to see debit the payable and credit the assets. You're reducing the value of the asset. And how you do that then, yes, there will be a P&L impact in terms of the unrealised piece, which has to flow through.
And the interest income, and I think it needs to pass through interest income to like a couple of lines in the P&L.
Yeah, there's definitely two components, all right, that have to come through the P&L.
But then the debit to that is the movement of the PPM.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
it all goes through, sorry. Yeah, agreed.
So I think that's what we're looking for,
So in the P&L, it's just a flick between the realized and then the unrealized amount.
I thought I saw interest income related to this as well. So shouldn't that that income piece?
There's an interest,
my understanding is that those interests are part of the financial assets. It's just an increase in the financial assets.
So you're saying it should go into net gains on financial?
There's no interest?
No, it's between realised and unrealised. Realised settle one, no value for that line.
Oh,
Yeah, it will not change anything, like it will not change the movement in the P&L, and it is just up and down movement, swing between the realized and unrealized, which are again back to net gains or financial assets fair value in the P&L.
Clarify, there's no separate interest income line on the P&L? Meaning,
I think the interest on the financial asset flows through the net gains on financial asset.
you want to go to the core statements tab quickly just to clarify and confirm?
I think any interest, if there is an interest in the core statement, it should be on the broker, but currently we don't have any.
You have an income from financial assets, right? Should the interest go there?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a sec. Income on financial asset.
I think the interest piece was immaterial anyway, right?
Yeah.
But you showed us a split. Your first sheet you had.
Yeah, it's an interest at broker.
So it's adjusted to clarify?
The 41012 is what we would vote to interest income to.
Oh, okay. If this 188, if this flows through, because this impact. Sorry. If we adjust this as income on financial asset, then it would cause a break on the URG alone. Because how do we account for this in the balance sheet? Because the whole payment should impact the financial asset, right? So if this is recorded as income from financial asset, then how do we account for this in the balance sheet? Because if we don't record this as part of the URGL in the balance sheet, it would cause a break in the URGL rule.
Sharon, what's our materiality on this entity here? Do we mind where this 188 goes really and truly? It's going to start causing a mess everywhere.
I think it's just slightly above that 180. I'll just double check.
But that's SOM, isn't it? As opposed to OM. This is all reclasses.
Reclass, so we don't.
Certainly, from our perspective, I'd be happy to leave it in the URGL if it prevents messing up more numbers.
Yeah.
Faye, are you okay with that from a materiality? Because it's only OM here, because it's just reclasses.
Yeah, if that's below the reclass, that's fine.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
So let's just stick with that then.
Yeah, so Chad, I have my file open. Do you mind just opening your file one more time? I want to see. I'm reducing the payments 43, but it's a little bit off. So I just want to see what I'm missing.
Okay, maybe I can work with your calculations, but this is what I see. So in the file I sent you, it also has all periods left to date. This was done during an exercise that we had to tie left to date. So you have to make sure that you're looking for January.
Yeah, so I'm in the other file with in the payments tab. Yeah, and I'm filtered for the payment date in January, and I'm also just kind of filtered for those transaction borrow ID.
Yeah, just let me check here.
There's let me remove all the zeros actually, because that doesn't matter, right?
Yep. So there was anything under 100 I didn't include.
Oh, I see. Okay, let me remove that one.
Yeah, I think you might end up. I think even then there was only 3 of them, and they would have totaled as well as $300. €300. Oh yeah, right. And then you would go to payment date of January, and you'd have the same what I just showed you, but of course, I think. Oh, here, one second. No, I get a different number. I think I must have missed one already.
One second. Have that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. So, and then if I total that, less.
That's that. Yeah, okay, I got that one. 3558, and then the principal is 3373.
Correct. If we go back to the type file.
Yeah, and where this file is provided by CPAL.
Yeah. This one was provided by CPAL. I had to paste everything as values because as soon as if I didn't, it would lose every value as soon as I tried to filter anything. But so from that's provided by CPAL. But again, this one's live today, fortunately. But I do have others. The one that was the payment report. But this comes directly from CPAL. Correct.
Okay, so both collection payments come from CPAL, or collection come from the bank?
In this file came from them. I didn't do any adjustments to this file. Just paste as values.
Yeah, if you don't mind sending a CPAL original file, and I'll be our support for this.
It's so. One second. I can show you what it does if you try to open it.
Yeah.
It's as soon as you try and filter for anything, it loses all the values. So if I were to filter like this, everything disappears, and then it doesn't come back. It goes away. So I can upload this if you'd like. It's exactly what I sent you, except the values all go away.
Send it to me so I have it, and then
Sure.
yeah. But at least I guess at some point I have some file. Last question. Go back to your file. The initial cost of like 12. I think that's the initial price. I know you sent a screenshot of that. Is there like a report you can help to generate? Because I know we rely on a couple of. Because I was trying to recalculate that amount, but there's some like in-kind payment, like this. So it's hard.
So basically, the way that it would work is we would liquidate first the in-kind payments. Though I think this one is a little bit unique because the process changes whether it's performing or not performing, and the difference is not super material with this many loans, but meaning that you kind of have to choose which way to do it. Basically, the first trades from this security, I have the details on the first trades. I don't know.
That's from 2023 though. Like if the.
Well, that would show you the initial price, right? Because we liquidate first and first, so we liquidate the initial trades first.
Right.
And then we would liquidate. There's no buys, but any picks.
Right.
Now picks might actually be a little bit different because I think they might get posted pro rata. Trade moves. Just have to find.
we can get some sort of the, I think it's the 585, the report that we use, we can rely on for audit purpose. That has the price. No.
Yeah, it does. Well, this is what I was trying to run here. It will give you the price of the initial trades. No, I think you guys use this. Are you guys okay with the sales report? Or do you guys need the purchase and sales with the gains on it and everything?
I think with this one, I just need the purchase, right? To see.
Yeah, that's all you need. I just making sure you're fine with this. We're usually often the report provide us in a different room.
It's something like 585, I think.
Yeah, this 585 is fine.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing. I'm just trying to find the initial trade details.
So Chad, while you're doing that, can I just confirm for the wider sort of call here, we're all comfortable with this adjustment? It's going to be balance sheet only, given the P&L sort of nets off against itself on the one line, and we're adjusting investments and that liability line. I got that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the footnote
Okay,
needs to
perfect.
be updated, I think. Right?
Yeah, any footnotes for evaluating. Yeah, I guess any. There's the little leveling table and stuff. Obviously, yeah. Any knock on then as well that would fall off the investments line. Yeah.
Yeah,
Notes
and
stuff like that.
yeah, and I think I have to double check, but there's no main unrealized, unrealized breakdown for now. That needs to be updated as well.
Okay, that's fine. So Sitco FS, you're happy with that? And DK guys, yeah, Sorka, sounds alright.
Yeah, makes sense to me. I was just gonna ask, Riza, have they made those changes yet? They might have. Like, do we have a copy?
Yeah,
ready to
we
go?
did. Yeah, I think we did. So we're just waiting for the confirmation. Yeah, once this is confirmed, we can send the workings and financials shortly after this call.
Super. Okay.
I see the 12 on the top. That's the one. Chad, you were talking about the initial purchase, right?
Yeah, that's the initial trade. This one right here. This one's the deferred purchase price. Those both happened in the first month. We did at some point transfer to a new ID because part of it was euro, part of it was USD. But aside from that, yeah.
Yeah, if you can send it to us, we can use this report because that would be part of the report. Just historically.
Yeah, I can send this over. And also to confirm, like given that this is timing of cash, this clears itself up in January. Now, that's not to say next December we don't have the same thing come up, but this one was unusually high, unfortunately, too. So
Yeah.
this one is gone in January, this specific one, because we were able to do the adjustments, the principal payments, and everything in January.
Yeah.
I'll get these uploaded.
Great. Okay. Well, thank you all for this. Really appreciate it. Sounds like we're done on this one, which is brilliant. So thank you. We'll await the financials and check through everything. All support will go to Faye from Chad. So thank you all.
Really, you can send them directly to PwC.
Sorry, Sarka, can we send it? Okay.
Sorry, I cannot hear you. Sorry. I don't know
Sorry.
why I said
I think it's half. I've lost my voice. Half like was in the wrong place. Do you want to confirm you're happy with the changes before they go to the directors?
It shouldn't take us long to do so. So if you don't mind, it might be no harm. We'll get a black line version, guys, I assume, yeah?
Yeah, you will.
Super, yeah, so it might be no harm, Sorka. Yeah, thanks.
Just to confirm, it's just the trades report that you need at this point. I think everything else is already uploaded.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and you uploaded the Citco report, right?
Oh, yeah, I can do that too, right? Yeah, that was the other thing.
If you don't mind, upload to the same.
Yeah, I just reopened it now. I'm just getting the reports all together.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised when it shows up as 0 after you open this file. Though. for Adair. I don't know if anyone on this call is familiar with that one.
New one to me. What was the query?
I think it was a couple of loan documents, maybe 3. We're reaching out to Mark. I think I'll give him a call here in a second. It's only 3. I'm hoping they can be fairly quick, and it's just the initial loan documents. So, yeah, just I'll probably try and give Mark a call here in a second, and then if he doesn't reply, I'll forward you the email source if you can chase on that.
He sits behind me. I'll tell him it's coming. Chat.
Yeah. Okay.
If I unblur myself, you can probably shout at him yourself. Okay, you forward me the email though, will you? And I'll talk to him.
Okay. Yeah. I'll just forward you the email before I call, and then you can be on my call.
Yeah, I'll answer it for you. On his desk, give him the head.
Yeah, and so right now there's some the back and forth on the cash on the BZ. I can connect internally, but I wasn't following exactly the responses, but I'm not sure if there's any additional discussion on the BZ that has to be.
Cafe I discussed with Diane this morning, so I think she's just going to be discussing with you.
Okay.
If you can link in with her, that'd be great.
Okay, sorry, just about that. We also updated the financials, so we're just waiting for you to confirm if you're fine with the added line, because we added the from broker. So once you confirm that, we can also send the financials.
And just for my reference, is that a reclass or it's just adding the balance?
Yeah, it's a reclass from cash to from brokers.
I'm not gonna check this around.
Alright. Okay, thanks, Faye.
Faye on Hawks too. We made that adjustment and they've gone out, it's been recirculated.
Yes, and that's for the fire and hurricane, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just check the Black Panther, but I know when this proposed, I told those were fine with the proposed adjustments.
Okay, great, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye.
Right. How did you get on Curtis? You have a good weeks over there, or?
For the other one, Hermes, yeah, we sorted through.
That's sorted?
Yeah, that's sorted. So hopefully once we get the financial statements, we can confirm the amounts.
Right. So, Faye, just to summarize where we are in terms of all of the job space on the call that we're going. We're signing some, we're not signing everything today, obviously.
Yeah.
Two more islands off the table. I've already talked to DK about that. That's fine, but we need to obviously talk about what we're going to do there. Did you see the note on the easy cash?
I did. I want to talk to you about it though, because it sounds like a great class, and I also just confirmed. Yeah, but if I look at the email chain, right, like I don't see another cash balance that has a similar break, unless I'm missing the full listing of the bank accounts that are confirming.
No, it's a reclass. Well, ultimately, it's a reclass. I think what they're proposing is a reclass between cash and due from broker. That it's an in-transit amount. So it wasn't technically in the cash at year end, but it had moved. So it was ultimately it's a receivable into the actual cash account. And we obviously have a confirmation that's essentially giving us both the trade date and the settle date balance. At the moment, the financial statements are done on the trade date balance as opposed to the settle date balance.
But just to confirm, the financial statements cash balance originally have the trade day balance, which is more than what is on the original confirmation, right?
Yeah, so they 30 million in cash in the BZ financial statements.
Okay.
Of that, I think it was like 12 million belongs to this SEB account.
Yeah.
But actually the settle date confirmation we're getting from them has GBP at like 8,000 and the euro maybe at 3 million, whereas the financial statements I think have the euro at 4.5 million and the GBP at, I can't remember whatever the max is there, at 10 million or something.
Yeah, and it sounds like, you know, like it's like what you call the in-transit or wiring process. And when they send the email, it's a bit confusing. They said it's transferred from one account to the other. Maybe are they referring to the other? So the other account maybe just doesn't belong to BZ.
Yeah, I think it's like an omni type account. Like a clearing account or something.
Yeah. This would make more sense if we see an offsetting break on the cash, right? And if there's just movement, but I just don't know what the other account is. That is moving here, but it's not there. Anyway, I can double confirm this thing. Just like so maybe. But
Yeah, so this is kind of priority because I think that top side will need to be made. But so if you can look at that, confirm that you're okay with it. I think I'm okay with it, to be honest. I think it's more sense than what's in there at the moment, and it is above our raw materiality, so it won't need to change.
okay, just give me some time after this call just to check. It's just very confusing, this whole cash process. But maybe the better news, right? It's just like a rec item that needs to be reported. Or well, just to think of it differently, maybe it's just a rec item that needs to be reported as a receivable or due from profit. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's the case, yeah, that makes sense. Then I can respond to my email.
Yeah, perfect. We can get those financials updated because I'm really hopeful that UBS loan is going to come in, and if it is, that means that those two entities can sign today.
Yeah. Okay.
So we've got your guys sitting on confirms.com to hopefully see that come through shortly. But in the meantime, let's get the financials updated for that cash break.
Okay. Yeah.
All good to go on that. So that would go off my worry list. Then we're going to go ahead with signing Adair, the 3 Airtiles, MFD4, Cura, and then I think we just need the updated financial statements. There's Ability, Hermes, I think you guys said it's resolved, and then on Hawks. So all my items on things on Hawks.
at the Marlin level. So actually, materiality-wise, we're happy that the investment isn't actually material for Hawks. So we've done a big move on that for our file, and we've talked to our QRP, and he's happy to sign Hawks without Marlin being tested.
Okay. You mean Hawks investment in Marlin didn't test it on your end? Is that what you're trying to confirm? Because
Essentially, yeah, so normally for the PPM Hawks into Marlin, we would obviously rely on audited financial statements. It's an internal investment. We'd have to test the assets at the underlying level. Obviously, we haven't tested the investments at the underlying level, but what we've done is we've done a reconciliation of the material balances at the underlying level, at the Marlin level, and actually cash is double the value nearly of the actual investment, and we've confirmed all of that. So we've isolated the investment at the underlying level as untested. We've also done a sensitivity that even if at the Marlin level the investment in the loan was worth 0, when you bring it back up the chain to Hawks, it still wouldn't be above a performance materiality difference.
Yeah.
So that's how you're comfortable with it.
Okay. I think that's what Riley has as well. And we can also just ask whether to just that borrower, because the other borrower is cash, and we have a support.
Yeah. So I think on that basis we're fine to sign Hawks.
Yeah. Agree.
Great. Okay, and then we've got Burlington. So I was just talking, obviously we had a call, I know you were on a different call. I've also subsequently caught up with Kieran.
Yeah.
And we're still going to be in a position to sign Burlington today. Obviously we've got the custody confirmation still open, where we haven't got the balance tested to where we need it to be, and there's just a huge amount of documentation. And with that, you know, myself and Kieran need time to actually review it when the team have gone through it.
Yeah.
So we're not going to be able to sign Burlington today, but we are going to have to sign it really early next week.
Okay. Let me check the team. I know Sean has been paying Raj and us on the confirm. I need to check with Raj on the confirm as well.
Yeah, so I know Sean is on here, but the confirms are still open.
Yeah.
Be on the board here, so we can't delay making these decisions because they need to be able to sign documents. You know, like it's not there.
Yeah, Sean, any updates from Raj? I know he's helping us check a couple of things.
Yeah, he's been helping and sending emails to the counterparties, but a couple of counterparties that they're looking into it, but again, we haven't got nothing back support-wise to get our balance down below.
Okay. I know you sent us that sheet with outstanding items. Is that updated? I can connect.
He's able to find one more sheet which I updated, so I'll send across again the revised version of what is currently the status of the scoping and what we have left to get it down. So I'll send it across, and then if you want to, we can connect after this with him, whichever suits better.
Yeah. That sounds good. I don't want to bother Raj. He has been staying in for this. Just send the file. I'll ping him if he's online. We can talk through it. If not, I'll get you send the document.
Okay. Thank you.
So I think that's ultimately where we are. Burlington no go, 2 Marlin's no go. Hopefully BZ will go. If you could go back on the email on the cash, we'll get the financial statements updated, and we'll pray that the loan confirm comes through.
Okay. For BZ, did you confirm, or you just talked about the concept, right, but not really confirming the amounts that to be recast? I can just
I think there are 8 emails there, so I think it's the difference between the booked balance and the value balance per the confirms is the amounts that they're booking as the reclass.
Okay, sounds good. I'll just recirculate that screenshot then.
Yeah. And then say we do need to talk about Marlin, but there's probably other stuff going on if you need to regroup for an hour or two, but I would like to talk about it at some stage today as to our plan, because these need to sign next week, and we need to come up with a plan that we're in agreement.
Yeah, so maybe let's talk about it now. I asked Riley to talk to our specialist because I was going through the custom. He has now called a specialist. But what his take, I know you talked to around your end.
I talked to Michael, so 10-page worth of a letter of intent that's formally signed. Edison has always told us that you can't rely on that for valuation. From his perspective, he's happy that if the client wants to weight a portion of the sales price, then fair enough, but you got to do other stuff on it. So I don't think DK have covered themselves in glory here and what they've done for valuation. So even if we decided to wait until the sale happened, and it happens in September, I still wouldn't be comfortable signing off on a 12/31 set of financial statements using a sales price as its only metric, given the 9-month gap, regardless as to whether we sensitize it and discount it. So I really do think we need to get FM to look at this position. I don't think from looking at last year's FM memo, they're going to need reams of information necessarily from DK, but if they do, they do.
Okay. I'll talk to specialists. I'll talk to Doe. But let me do that first.
Yeah. And like ideally, like DK Ireland, certainly we are in agreement, like we need to get this done and signed by next week, by end of next week.
Okay.
Because I think you guys will be off then for 4th of July week and stuff like that. So like there is going to be pressure on this. But let's have your conversations. That's my position. I've talked to the DK QRP. I've also talked to Aoife. We're all aligned as well from an Irish perspective.
Okay. Yep. Let me talk to Doe, and then this definitely needed the last help as well, because he just have the ledger 10 number, which is not helpful for the specialist, because there's no cash flow yet, right?
Yeah. But when I read last year's FM, I don't know if you pulled last year's FM memo. I think it's worth having a read as to what they actually did.
And let me look at it. My memory is like a yield analysis, but I might be wrong. I can look at it again.
The yield analysis using a benchmark that they got from from somewhere. Like it wasn't a discounted cash flow, as we might understand what a normal discounted cash flow is.
I see. Okay. Let me check that then first before I talk to our FM team.
Yeah, because I think they used a benchmark. I can't remember what it was. Was it rail and shipping or rail and air? I can't remember something. There was something there, and I looked at the FM memo a couple hours ago and I just can't remember. But I think it's worth pulling the FM memo and having a look at it.
Okay, sounds good. Let me look at it and I'll see how we can address that.
Yeah, but I think if we could prioritize in the next couple of hours everything that's going to actually sign today, so that we can make sure that we meet this deadline.
Okay, that sounds good.
Well, I'm gonna get signed opinions then for all those phase. I don't know, I'm not normally in the mechanics.
Yeah,
Mindful that you guys aren't probably around much tomorrow.
yeah. So the cash one is gonna be. Are you guys gonna release tomorrow too? We're gonna work a couple hours in the morning tomorrow. It's not gonna be done. But the cash one is signed, opinion dated today. I don't have access to US OneDrive. I have no problem with Irish OneDrive. I don't know why, but I kind of pin like the path, but I can have the team send it to you guys. Which seems like the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And the rest of them releasing tomorrow. So maybe our memorandum work opinion dated today, right?
Opinion dated today. Yeah.
Okay. So maybe our memorandum work should be dated today as well. Because of all the changes. I'm busy now if the cash number is going to change. Okay.
So let's get that email out. Let's get the financial statement process working so that we can try and get something up to a director.
Okay.
Pray for the loan coming through. Obviously, if the loan doesn't come through, we can't go easy. So.
Okay. And is the Adair okay though?
Adair's closed.
Okay. No option for the loan agreements. Okay. Cool.
No, the loan agreements are not easy. The 150 million with EBS, as far as I know.
Oh, okay. Because I forgot Social was to ask our question, like if I pin, but if that's closed, that's good.
Sorry, what question?
Something about like 3 Adair loan agreements. They've just mentioned on our call here. Someone is asking. Let me see.
I know Ruth is on. She's looking puzzled. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything open there. The only thing I can think of was interest income, but we got that yesterday.
Okay, cool. The chat said he has to call someone immediately. Anyway, you guys figure out. problem. Chad?
Okay. Yeah, I was talking to Chad yesterday, and I told him we were good on it. Maybe he just forgot. But I think whatever he's mentioning anyway is good. I hope.
Okay. All right. Okay, cool. Let's work on what we can sign today.
Okay, thanks everyone.
Yep. Bye.
Thanks.
Let's see if Alan and everyone else can join.
What was that, sorry?
Oh, I'm gonna see if Alan and everyone else can join.
Gotcha. Did you get back from India again?
Yeah,
Nice. Was it a good trip?
it is. I'm still on my Uber home.
Oh, you're still on your way home?
Yeah, I just landed at 9.
Oh, damn.
I know, non-stop, huh?
Non-stop.
I know. They were pinging me, Irish team were pinging me at how late last night, and I was like, I'm not gonna respond.
Yeah, I saw that they were pinging really late. I saw that in the chat at least.
I was like, I did my fair share of staying up until 3 a.m. the past few days for them.
Yeah, I think you did more than your fair share.
I'm not gonna do more than that.
Yeah,
Alan,
that's fair.
how was training?
Hey, Alan.
I still got some. I got like the self-assessment still. Yeah.
Okay, you'll be alright. Just don't use ChatGPT.
Or ping anyone else.
Or ping anyone
I
else.
knew people that actually got fired of it. It's actually.
Yeah. The firm is monitored. Just don't say anything about your test in anywhere.
Yeah.
Where is Riley? I need him. But while we're waiting, a quick update. Oh shoot, I need to respond to that email. But let's talk this first and I'll respond to the email. So Burlington and the 2 Martin entities plus View 4, those 4 entities not going today.
Gotcha.
Burlington is waiting for confirmation, and Matt, I may need you and Zach help on that just to see what we can find. But let's not talk about it yet because Raj is pretty on top of it. I don't want to bother him. This poor guy has been working late for confirmation for us. But if we could just take that over and see what else we can find and help follow up, that'd be great. I would love Zach to take over that process rather than having both Zach and Jason. It's not efficient, right?
Right.
Okay, so that is that. And then for the rest of them, we need to make sure we have a good completion status. And I know as of last weekend, there are completion EGAs I added. But I also need to get all the corrected statement summary. Arlen, if you remember, we got that for wave 1 and wave 2.
The summary of identified like that EGA you talked about it.
Yeah.
Completion.
That, and then we have a. Do we add? I think we added significant matter EGA. Do we? I think we did for wave 2.
Yeah,
for wave 3 too, as well?
I think here I'll double check if it was just for the liquidation or if it all the way through.
So 2 significant matter. One is in response to significant risk. I think the other ones we have is the corrected misstatements. So we need to ask the Irish team to send us the list of corrected misstatements, so we can like put that in there. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah. So ask Irish to send their list of corrected misstatements.
Yeah.
Who should I ping for that?
Just Irish group. I pinged it yesterday, but
Okay.
no response. They may be saying I'm working on it, but let's just ping them again. And ask
Okay.
them. Okay. Because that will need to go to our memorandum of work and Doe needs to sign. So we need to get all those in and put into our memorandum of work.
Mm-hmm.
But that's for everything. So ready? I just said Burring. No worries. I just said Burrington and then 2 Marlins. And Viewford. Those 4 are not going today. So let's put them aside.
Yeah.
Focus on the ones that are
Brighton
going.
official now. Daryl's never.
Figure out a dare. I don't know what they're doing, but they said they figure out there. So let's just get all those other stuff going. So everything other than those 4, clear 2 Marlins, Burrington, and Viewford, we set them aside. That'll be next week.
Okay.
Yes. And then for the rest of them, let's get the EGAs ready so Doe can sign them off. And I need, so yesterday I reviewed opinions up towards Hermes and BZ, which I still need to review, but can we send what I reviewed that are now yet signed by Doe to Doe's EA, which should be in the opinion review folder.
Yeah, we need to, I can make the Hermes one now, because you told us yesterday to wait on Hermes, so I'm not sure. I wasn't sure to make it or not.
Not yet. They're gonna have updated financial statements, so that would be a quick turnaround. But at least maybe we draft an opinion quickly to have everything, and we have. I don't know how fast it turn around, but or just tell Stephanie, I think that's the EA's name, right, to give her the heads up. This is gonna come a bit late, but we need her to like get a quick turnaround once we get the updated financial statements.
What would change on the financials?
It will be the, let me think, investment balance.
Oh, looking for it.
Yeah. So there needs to be some help side documentation, which I can quickly do when I get home.
You're not home?
I'm not yet home yet. I'm on my Uber home. I just landed at 9 a.m. today.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, is Sharon the one who's taking over Hermes because Dan's gone?
Yeah.
Because Veronica had like a question about, there's like a 302K cost topside that we just need like a little more info on, I think. I asked the car, they said.
So who is doing what?
So for the investment valuation, do we split that out now? So that just or leave it?
Nah, I don't think anything beyond valuation is going to change the confirmation stuff.
Yeah.
Just one more down, let's just get it done.
Yeah.
Unless there's stuff open. Yeah, unless there's stuff open, totally fine. But if you guys can get it done, maybe it's better to get it done.
Yeah.
It's the same for stress testing. I have a few comments for it from Veronica, but so just leave it in the EGA because it should be done.
What do you mean by a few comments from Radika? Is that comments for client or what?
Just like documenting.
Documentation.
Yeah.
Is that going to take you a while? Out of curiosity, because
There's like a couple questions I may have for you, but I think it's just like linking to other testing.
Alright, one of the questions. Alright, so these are just like updates from how we used to not do it. We just send them what we have now or no? As an update, because like things are incorrect.
I think I should probably send it in 15 minutes
And then she just wants to look up documentation.
Yeah.
Alright, very easy. Just get it to them.
fine. We'll talk about that. I feel like I've got something to do. How's it going?
You're welcome.
It's been hours for that. So Alan has some strength, and that's all you have, Alan?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Zach, what do you have?
After this Hermes one gets, after I get more information on that, 3C was just the Hermes, so that after that it should be final. They're all final review, but the code should be clear there.
And it's a realized gain is reconciling there, right? Similar to what we did for wave 2, just to confirm.
Yeah. That was the adjustment for Hermes was just in the cost roll though. It's not the realized adjustment.
Okay, so you're just waiting
But yeah, it is. But yeah, the realized is time.
Okay, so just waiting for them to respond, right?
Yeah, I just pinged Karen 2 minutes ago.
Okay. I'm gonna have Alan focus on justice and payments and the opinions I have to whatever Stephanie that was here to sign.
Yeah, sure. Alan, can you send me the email? I'm not sure. I never contacted her.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
So the ones that are in reviewed.
Yeah, I asked Prudent to help me upload it there because I can't get it onto our account.
Also, I can find it, but off the top of my head, where do we do the element cash testing so Matt can update just for that break?
Isn't there a separate UGA that we have to make? Let me check it.
Okay, if you just send Matt, and Matt,
I might have had one when I was doing my training, but Jason, do you know? Because I swear there was like a separate. I remember they asked about like element cash, and it might have been is in actually.
Jason, you're talking about me.
Yeah, Jason.
Reddit says that's maybe Irish.
Yeah, but we should have reconciled all the element cash, right?
We did. Because that's where Sean saw a difference. 26K, which two are like 30K, but 26 is two, so timing. Yeah. We have support for it, so I just need Matt to help update that so we can keep it.
Yeah, can we also, Zach, can you double check where we did the BZ cash run?
The basic cash rate was done by COE. So it's in wave 3 COE EGA.
Okay, can we double check if that agrees with this cash reconciling that or just double check in there to see if financial statements because this topside adjustments won't have impact on total cash and total number. So as long as series number we're fine. Okay, cool. And then it's just the memorandum of work. We need to have the correct statements and Matt can help us handle that. And then we need to do a couple of completion EG and need to do it quick. So between Zach and Jason, like depending on where you are, if we see the completion EGA, can we complete them? I added a couple more so we can approve them as we started.
No, can we delete the ones? Because there's like, I think it's just rolled over. There's some that are like, where it's wave, there's like duplicates, there's like wave 3 and then wave 3 BC and double. I'm assuming that's last year.
I deleted
Because
a
those are
couple of them
rushed.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I deleted a
Also,
couple.
there's only a couple, I'm looking at the opinions right now, there's only a couple that are reviewed. It's just the DARE, BOMC, and BZs.
Correct, because the other ones are already signed and I put them in the review and sign folder.
What about like OMN and Hawks?
Yeah, I haven't done it because the financial statements are to be updated.
Also wouldn't affect the opinion. That would affect the, it's not gonna like affect the page numbers and
Correct.
opinion.
Right. So can we double check? Hermes, you need to wait. Because financial statements not gonna come until
I haven't drafted Hermes yet.
Yeah. Wait for Element and Hawks, just double check if we have the latest financial statements and FS working package is updated. Then I'll just double confirm. While I'm reviewing, I'm comparing the package against the final financial statements. And I'll just review that packet. Just two of them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we have those. I can check right now, but I feel we don't have those yet because they were talking about our own goal.
Yeah. Oh, and don't do Burlington. Did I put Burlington in there? Maybe put Burlington into like a wave.
Take it out.
Yeah, put it into a wave 4 folder. Oh, and put I think I did mark. Or maybe I didn't mark. Mark should be good. Yeah, put Burlington in the wave 4 folder. Like the one goes to Dove is the most important one, like the completion and correcting misstatements and memorandum of work. We need to make sure we have that. Insert all those topside adjustments, reconcile that out. So we need to have that, or get that. So don't concile.
I think the ones in your queue.
Just take it out and then prepare and put it in my queue.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Thanks.
And another thing, there's some EGA that I created. I just want to make sure we document it properly based on how we did it in week 1 and 2. Just before, so there's no correcting this statement. We'll just prepare it. I mean, that's true for us too, but may not be. It's not true for this scenario. There's a lot of types of adjustments.
Sorry, and also, Matt, you have the miss valuation because I gotta update this financial plan to show the calc, which is
I'm not in there. I can't see none of it.
Yeah, also, you have Hermes at BC. We're back. Evaluation, did you?
Yeah, if you search on the drive, it's called Irish Wave 3 Valuation Reconciliation. There's Excel file on there. I can send it when I get home, but if you search in Irish chat, you may be able to see that there as well. It's a live drive file that I update.
Gotcha.
Ronnie, do you want the EJ sent to you on base? You were just after okay, just you and Dove, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Which one is that one? I don't have it
the
correct.
minor.
Oh, the minor one, you can just go to Dove. That's fine. Trust you. So, we kind of know what each one needs to do. Alan work on stress testing, Lex and the opinion. Alan and Zach work on completion. Once we're for sure studying that, the only thing we might talk about the one they're not studying, the other one they may not be studying is EG, but not sure yet. That's pending on that external progress of conference. Jason helps monitor that, that'd be great.
Yeah, I have CCI open on one side of my monitor stuff.
Okay, lastly, like, we think tomorrow promotion day, and we probably have to lunch, but I see where we're at. I hope we're gonna do it. Just wrap that up today, or tonight. But that's so much to get to help Raj a little bit on confirmation, so definitely Jason help Raj on confirmation if needed. Raj has been like taking control of the whole process, but when he's offline. Alright, Riley, can I call you separately for or I can respond to Mark? Just quickly.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yep, that makes sense.
Is it right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's cars parking here. Sorry, we're in front of the car better. Hello guys, here is New Jersey. Other side of there is Manhattan. This side Manhattan too. Up there is Broncos. Yeah, Manhattan. Skyline, huh? It's here, New Jersey. Okay, guys. Everybody's watching. Okay.